live, I'll do my little thing that you guys make me do all the time.
Where you spell your name.
Yeah.
We're not live.
No.
We won't be live for like 3 minutes.
Do you want me to wait for 3 minutes?
We're gonna be.
It's up to you guys. You let me know.
You're good. You're in a professional.
Yep. You're good. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, so my name's Angelo. I'm the chief of police here in the city of Weatherford. So we told you guys we're going to give you an update of what's going on with this chemical spill. So right now we got information that the levels of the oxygen in the chemical have went down far enough back to normal levels that we are going to open up the area now. So the shelter in place has been lifted. People can go back to their residence. They do not have to evacuate anymore. We are asking the public, though, to keep, watching each other, watching your loved ones. If they're starting to have any breathing problems, to please call 911 or go to the emergency room. Also want to put out there that any of the local businesses in the area, we're asking the managers or the owners to go to the Taco Bell, which is going to be our second incident command post, so they can get with the fire department. We're asking them to let us in their buildings so we can do air quality tests to make sure that it's safe for patrons to go back into their businesses. Do we have any questions right now?
Is that like all businesses or just the ones on Main Street?
All the businesses over there in the affected area, which is west of Washington Street, east, and all in the infected zone that we had the quarantined area basically at.
Do we know what caused this? Did the semi get into a wreck or what happened? Like, what
We don't have any information that the truck was in an accident. Right now, best what we can determine that it was either a mechanical failure on a valve or it was a faulty seal.
Chief, we're having a lot of people asking us what kind of precautions they should take moving forward. Should they be concerned about contamination of their homes or their food supply in their house?
So the anhydrous ammonia, now I'm not an expert, okay? You can probably Google it or Wikipedia and get better information than I'm going to give you. But I can tell you this, it's going to dissipate in the air, okay? And so when they get home, I suggest that they open up the windows and just try to ventilate things. Will it get in their food? I don't think so, but again, I'm not an expert. Most people's food is covered. I mean, just take your precautions. If you've had a fruit bowl and your air conditioner running your heater and you had a fruit bowl on the table, probably don't eat the fruit. So probably your food in the refrigerator, that kind of stuff. It's probably fine, but again, I'm not giving any type of advice to, start eating food. If you don't feel comfortable, throw it away and get some new stuff.
What about water, washing hands, showering, anything like that?
So yeah, if you were exposed, if you were in the area, which a lot of people that were evacuated, I suggest they do that. They leave their clothes outside, let them air out before they put them in the washer, and they should take a good shower and really scrub themselves from top to bottom, definitely.
So you're saying shelter in place has gone down, people can go back.
Correct.
But what's it look like to finish cleaning all this up?
So right now, that brings up a good point. We're going to ask people to stay out of the area of Main Street and Cypress. That's where our incident command post is going to be, and that's where we're going to start doing the cleanup and recovery part of everything. That's why we're asking some of the business owners to go to that general area, because that's where all the firefighters are going to be with the testing equipment, as well as our military counterparts that are helping us out with this. The cleanup's going to take a while. It could take probably several days. We pretty much got a lot of this stuff diluted right now, and so we're working with the EPA and getting the regulations on actually how to dispose of everything.
Do you mind talking about who the military partners that you're working with and all the other agencies that are involved helping?
So the military, I'm probably going to butcher this, but I think it's the 63rd, 163rd. I'm not for sure what they are. I know they specialize in hazardous material cleanups, weapons of mass destruction, that kind of stuff. And they came out and they're helping us with their air quality tests and sending people, right into harm's way.
Is there talks of schools maybe opening up the second half of the day, or are they just going to be completely off today?
I think they're going to be completely off today. I'm not for sure on that. I can get back to you. But I do know they're going to probably open up the extracurricular activities, the sports and things, practices and stuff later this afternoon.
Chief, not to push too much again. Do we know how that truck ended up in that location or why it was there?
So from my understanding, the driver parked it actually behind the Holiday Inn to get a room there for the evening. Yeah.
And then was the spill or the release of that due to an emergency plug, or do we know specifically where it was?
We don't know. I don't know at this time. We haven't been able to get up there with investigators to start taking pictures of the area. We did have a drone up taking overalls trying to get some of that information, but until they get it cleaned up enough, because just right there in the immediate area, the oxygen levels aren't good for us yet. We're hoping probably within the next 30 minutes to an hour, we'll be able to get closer without having to wear all our gear.
Are they continuing to put water on the site, or is that part finished?
So most of that's finished right now. I don't know exactly how they're going to do the cleanup. I know there's an environmental specialist here that's going to assist and kind of direct us on how to do some of that stuff.
They were saying because there was no wind and it was so cold, it was just kind of sitting on the ground. They couldn't clean up. That was a couple hours ago.
Right.
What has changed since then? Because now it seems like it's
We
a
don't
lot.
know.
Yeah.
We got lucky because when they did their last round of tests, and we were waiting for those tests to do this, they came back with the levels that dropped below. Some of the places, I mean, it was 0, which is perfect for us. So everything ranged pretty much below 6%. 10% is the standard, and so we're at 6% to 0%, and that's perfect for us.
Do we know what the business was that the tanker was for?
I don't have that information yet, but I can get back to you on that.
How has communication been like with the driver?
I know the fire department, the chief, and some of their guys have talked to him. Everything seems to be, nothing's been adversarial. And that's why I'm saying, like, we don't know if it's just a faulty seal or, something like that.
Chief, you haven't mentioned anything, but I presume there's no fatalities or serious injuries?
There were some serious injuries, and those were meta-flighted to Oklahoma City. And those were the life-threatening. Now, I would say those are in critical condition. There's a step down. I don't know the terminology for it, but our hospital couldn't handle those patients, so 11 of them patients were transported by ambulance.
Were all 11 life-threatening, or just the 3 that were flown?
I believe there were 4 that were flown that were life-critical, and that's why they were flown to the city.
And were they likely patrons in the hotel?
I don't know the makeup of them. I don't have that detailed information.
We were hearing 36 total was the number. Is that still the same?
I'm trying to get the numbers, give or take. I know our hospital actually saw 30 to 36 patients. I don't know if that included 11 of them that went by ground. They wouldn't have seen probably the patients that went by helicopter.
Moving forward, if this unfortunately ever happens again, what have y'all learned to make sure this doesn't happen again, or just the communication that y'all had today to better that?
So, I mean, this wasn't, for lack of better terms right now, we haven't really investigated it. It's an accident as far as we're concerned until we get more involved in it. The emergency responders out here out west, everybody trains together. We train with the military. We train with a lot of the fire departments here. So everybody knows everybody. It's a small community, so to speak. So we don't have any problems with communications. We didn't have any problems of who's in charge, who's being the leader. We just followed our incident command, which our emergency manager took over. And then we had the fire chief, Corey Selman, and then myself on the police side. We had several fire departments here. I know we had Burns Flat, we had Clinton, we had Hydro, Elk City, a couple other smaller volunteer fire departments were out here. As far as law enforcement, we had OHP, we had Game Rangers, we had Sheriff's Department, Custer County Sheriff's Department, we had some Blaine County Sheriff's Department, and of course Weatherford. We had Southwestern Oklahoma State University Campus Police also helping us.
Were any first responders part of the 36 or 11 that were injured?
So, no. But most of my officers that were here were exposed, that they were checked out by an ambulance. And so we're monitoring them right now. And so more than likely we will send them for an evaluation or a physical just to make sure they're okay.
Chief, I know that most nursing nursing homes were evacuated.
Yes.
Have most of the residents been returned to the nursing homes?
No. Right now, this is the first opportunity. We're releasing everything so everybody can start moving their way to go back where they needed to be. I know some of the nursing homes, the assisted living centers, all of the patients were taken to Southwestern at the Sailor Event Center, and then some of those were transported to other nursing homes in the general area. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, thank you.